Love is one of the most powerful emotions we experience, yet it's also one of the most misunderstood. We've all been told stories about love, about how we fall for someone because of their beauty, intelligence, charm, or because it's simply meant to be. But what if love is more than just these surface-level reasons? What if there's something deeper behind our feelings, something that can help us understand why we are drawn to certain people and not others? Could it be that love isn't random at all? Could it be that our connections with others are driven by something much more meaningful? In Buddhist teachings, love is not just an emotion we feel toward another person. It's something much deeper. It's a mirror. When you look at love from a Buddhist perspective, you realize that the way someone feels about you is not necessarily about who you are, but about who they are. In other words, love reflects what's inside the person who is loving you. It shows their own needs, desires, and feelings. It's a mirror that reveals what they may be missing in themselves or what they see within themselves. The truth is, people fall in love for two main reasons. Either they see in you what they are missing, or they see in you what they already are. Imagine it this way. A person who feels empty inside may seek fulfillment in another person, hoping that their love will fill the gap they feel in their heart. Or someone who feels incomplete might search for wholeness in another person, hoping that being with them will make them feel whole again. But these kinds of love are often about trying to fill a void or fix something that's broken within ourselves. And it's only when we recognize this that we can begin to understand the deeper truths of love. Another reason people fall in love is because they recognize something in the other person that feels familiar, something that resonates deeply with who they already are. It's as if you see your own reflection in them, like water finding its way to the ocean. This kind of love isn't about seeking completion or fulfillment, but about recognizing a deep connection that has always been there. It's a feeling of unity, of coming together with someone who mirrors what you already have within yourself. Buddhism teaches us that love is not just about finding someone to complete us, but about understanding ourselves more deeply. Love, at its core, is a journey of self-awareness and understanding. When we love ourselves, we no longer seek validation from others, but instead, we recognize the love we have within ourselves and share it freely with others. True love comes from within, and when we understand this, we can experience deeper, more meaningful connections with those around us. In today's video, we will explore the true essence of love and tell a story that sheds light on its deeper meaning. Love is often misunderstood, but when we look beyond the surface, we begin to see the profound reasons why we are drawn to one another. Through Zen and Buddhist teachings, we'll unravel the mirror of love and discover how it reflects our own inner world. So, join us as we dive into this beautiful journey of understanding true love and the powerful connections that shape our lives. Let's begin with the story, a story that will reveal the two true reasons why people fall in love and what this means for you. The Wise Man and the Seeker of Love. There was once a wise man, known not by his name, but by his wisdom, which seemed to flow from him like an endless stream. He had walked through life with a quiet grace, untouched by the distractions and illusions that often clouded the hearts of those around him. He did not chase love, nor did he flee from it. He simply observed it. His life was a quiet journey, one filled with deep understanding and acceptance of all things as they were. One day, as he rested beneath the shade of a banyan tree, a troubled seeker approached him. The seeker's eyes were heavy with sadness, and his heart bore the scars of countless heartbreaks. With every step, his spirit seemed to sink lower. He looked up at the wise man and spoke with a voice full of despair. "Master, why do people fall in love with some and not others? And why is it that the ones I love always slip through my hands?" The wise man did not immediately respond. He closed his eyes, feeling the weight of the seeker's words. After a long moment of silence, he spoke softly but with great clarity. "Love is not about the one you love. It is about the one who loves." The seeker frowned, confusion clouding his brow. "I do not understand," he said, his voice shaky with frustration. "If love is not about the beloved, then what is it about?" The wise man gently picked up a bowl of water from the ground and held it before the seeker. "Look into the water," he said. "What do you see?" The seeker peered into the still water and saw his own reflection staring back at him. "I see myself," he answered. "And what if the water were muddy?" the wise man asked. The seeker frowned. "I would see nothing," he replied. The wise man nodded slowly. "That is love," he said. "When someone loves you, they see you for who you truly are, and they see themselves reflected in you. When the water is clear, they recognize themselves, their own truth, in you. But when the water is muddy, they project their desires, their expectations, their fantasies onto you." The seeker sat quietly, contemplating the wise man's words. After a long moment, he asked, "But why then do people fall in love?" The wise man smiled gently, his eyes filled with the kind of wisdom that only time could bring. "There are two reasons," he said. "People fall in love either because they seek what they lack or because they recognize what they already are." The seeker blinked, the words sinking deep into his heart. "And how can I know which of these reasons brought someone to me?" he asked. "Ah," the wise man said, "that is the true question. To understand love, you must first understand yourself. Only when you know the depths of your own heart can you begin to understand why others are drawn to you. And only then will you know if their love is a reflection of their own desires or a recognition of their true self in you." The seeker's heart stirred with a quiet realization. The wise man had given him no answers, only a mirror to see his own soul more clearly. And in that moment, the seeker understood. Love, like water, was always clearer when seen through the lens of self-awareness. The seeker left the wise man behind and ventured into a distant town, where he met a woman who seemed to carry the weight of the world in her eyes. She was beautiful, admired by all who crossed her path, and blessed with sharp intelligence. Many men had loved her, yet despite the admiration and affection, she felt a profound emptiness inside. It was as though, no matter how many people surrounded her, she was always alone. One evening, as they sat together by a river, she let out a heavy sigh. "Why do people love me?" she asked softly. "But I still feel so empty." The seeker stared at the river, his mind replaying the words of the wise man. "Perhaps they love you not for who you are, but for what they lack." He had thought about those words many times, and now, standing by the river, he could see their truth. "Perhaps," the seeker said slowly, "they love you not for who you are, but for what they lack." The woman turned to him, her eyes searching his face for an answer. "What do you mean?" she asked, her voice full of confusion. The seeker pointed to the river where the water flowed steadily, filling the empty space between the banks. "This river flows because the land is empty. Water fills the void. People who feel empty inside search for someone to complete them, but completion is an illusion. She frowned, her gaze dropping to the water, her mind struggling to grasp the meaning behind his words. Are you saying that the love I've received was never real? The seeker smiled gently, his eyes softening with understanding. It was real to them, he said, but it was never truly about you. They loved you because they saw in you something they lacked: beauty, confidence, peace. The moment they no longer feel that emptiness, their love fades. She lowered her eyes, her thoughts heavy with the weight of his words. So love is only temporary. The seeker shook his head, his voice calm and steady. No, love based on lack is temporary. It's like borrowing warmth from the sun. When night falls, the warmth is gone. The woman closed her eyes, as if she were absorbing the truth of his words. A deep silence settled between them, broken only by the sound of the river flowing relentlessly forward. The seeker continued his path and encountered an elderly man who had shared 50 years of marriage with his late wife. Though she had passed, his voice still carried a warmth when he spoke of her. Curious, the seeker asked, "What made you love her for so long?" The old man's eyes twinkled as he replied, "Because she was a part of me and I was a part of her." The seeker, puzzled, asked, "How could that be?" The old man gestured toward a tree nearby. "See that tree?" he asked. "It doesn't chase after the sun, it simply grows toward it." My love for her was never about wanting or needing. It was about recognizing something deeply familiar in her. She didn't complete me, she mirrored me. The seeker pondered this and slowly nodded. "So you say that true love is love that sees itself in the other?" The old man smiled and nodded. "Exactly. When someone loves you because they seek to fill a void within themselves, their love is temporary. But when they love you because they recognize their own essence in you, their love is boundless and eternal." The seeker walked away, moved by the profound wisdom, now understanding that lasting love is not built on need, but on a shared connection that transcends time. The seeker finally returned to the wise man and shared what he had discovered. "Master, I have witnessed both types of love. What should one do with this understanding?" The wise man smiled gently and responded, "Do not chase after love, let it come to you when the time is right. If someone loves you because they are missing something within themselves, they will eventually leave when that emptiness is filled. However, if someone loves you because they see a part of themselves in you, that love will endure even in silence." The seeker bowed, contemplating the words. "So the key is not to search for love, but to become whole within myself." The wise man nodded in agreement and said, "Be like the moon. It does not crave attention, yet its light reaches all who look upon it." In that moment, the seeker understood that love is not something to be chased or earned. It is like a mirror, reflecting either the void of need or the recognition of something deeper. Those who understand this truth will never suffer in the pursuit of love, for they will recognize its true nature. Love is not about seeking fulfillment from another person, but about seeing and accepting each other fully. The seeker now grasped that love is not something you go after or wait for. Instead, it is something that naturally arises when two individuals recognize each other. It is not a dependency or a longing, but a shared understanding. True love is not born from the desire to possess someone, but from a deep connection that transcends time and expectation. With this realization, the seeker walked away, no longer searching, no longer waiting but simply existing. He now understood that there are two reasons people fall in love. One is driven by a need to fill a void, and the other by the recognition of something familiar and deeply connected. True love comes not from searching or waiting, but from being whole within oneself, much like the moon, shining without effort and touching all who choose to see. The tale of the seeker, the wise man, the sorrowful woman and the old man is not merely a story. It serves as a reflection through which we must examine our own relationships. The true essence of love isn't found in grand gestures or eloquent words, but in understanding why someone is attracted to us in the first place. If we are loved because we fulfill a void in someone else's life, we must recognize that such love is like the shadow of the sun, ever changing with time. But if we are loved because we mirror someone's true self, that love is steadfast, like the moon that remains even when the sun fades away. The first type of love, the love born from need, occurs when people fall for others because they seek what they lack. In this case, they are not truly loving you. They are loving what you represent to them. This explains why many relationships begin with intense passion, but eventually lose their spark. The initial attraction is rooted in the other person's needs, not in a genuine connection. For instance, someone lacking confidence may be drawn to someone who is strong and assured, or a person who feels lost may find comfort in someone with clear direction. Similarly, someone who is lonely may fall in love with someone who gives them attention. But what happens when those insecurities, confusion, or loneliness disappear? The love fades because it was never about the person they loved. It was about filling a temporary gap in their lives. True love is not about solving problems or filling voids, but about connection, understanding, and mutual respect. When love is built on these deeper, more genuine foundations, it remains steady and unwavering like the moon in the night sky, regardless of the passing time. Ask yourself, do the people who love me truly love me for who I am, or do they love me because I give them something they need? If it's the second reason, don't be upset when they leave. They were never meant to stay. They were only looking for something to complete them, not for a true connection. The second kind of love, the one that lasts, is the love that comes from recognition. This is when someone sees themselves in you, not because they need you, but because you are the same. When two people share the same values and outlook on life, they naturally connect. A person who understands themselves will easily recognize someone who shares the same depth. Love that comes from recognition doesn't need to be confirmed by anyone else. It simply exists because it's real. Think about this. Who in your life truly sees you for who you are, instead of seeing you as a solution to their problems? The people who truly love you do not love you because of what you can give them. Their love is based on a shared truth, not on what's happening around them. After reflecting on the stories, here are 3 simple yet powerful lessons to guide your path. 1. Become whole within yourself. Stop seeking love. Do not look for love to fill the emptiness within you. Instead, take time to understand yourself, meditate, and find peace in solitude. True love doesn't come to those who need it. It is drawn to those who are already complete. Focus on filling your own heart, and love will naturally find its way to you. 2. Understand why someone loves you. When someone loves you, ask yourself, do they love you because they see something in you that they lack? Or do they love you because they recognize themselves in you? If their love is born from a need to fill a void, it may fade when they feel whole again. But if they love you because they see a reflection of themselves in you, that love is rare and should be cherished. 3. Let love flow naturally. Think of a river. It doesn't beg the ocean to accept its water. It simply flows. Love is like this. When you stop chasing it and stop needing it, love will find you. It comes naturally when you stop pursuing it. Just as the moon pulls the tide without asking, love will come to those who do not seek it, but who simply are. The true power of love lies in being present, in being whole within yourself. When you are like the tree, reaching for the light without chasing it, love will come to you. You will know if it is real or fleeting, and in that knowing, you will never suffer in love again. As we wrap up today's journey into the depths of love, remember this. True love isn't about chasing someone to fill a void within you. It's about recognizing the connection that already exists. So stop searching for love and instead focus on understanding your own heart. When you know yourself, you will recognize when someone loves you for who you truly are, not for what they need from you. If you've learned something today, take a moment to reflect on it. Are you truly whole within yourself? Do you love others for who they are or for what they fill in you? Thanks for watching, and remember, the best love story begins with you.